Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing great and I do hope you have set up your development environment as discussed from the previous lecture. So this lecture is going to be about a quick introduction to Python. Personally, I'm really excited about this session because I support and promote Python. So for those of you who are new to Python and have done some experience with Python before, this is going to be a very useful lecture for you. So I'll try to cover as much I can in this session. Of course, I cannot discuss everything, but if you want me to discuss some particular aspect in detail or you would like to know more about some aspect, feel free to comment in the comment section below or hit me a mail and let's get started. So this is the lecture plan for the day. I want to start off with discussing some basics about Python, and after discussing the basics I will be discussing how to run your Python scripts, what are the different ways of running a Python script, and knowing once you know how to run your Python scripts, so we'll move one step forward to import some good packages and play around with the packages. Having known, so the next step would be to learn how to write looping statements in Python. Having known this, we are going to spend some time with array operations. So since in deep learning we would be dealing with a lot of tensor and arrays, so here it's a good time spent over here, and followed by defining your custom functions, and importantly how to plot in Python. So we are going to plot all our results, compare, and much more with plotting. So, and finally with pandas. Pandas is a great data science package. So all the data handling functions are included in pandas. So I'm going to spend some time with pandas. So let's move on to the basics. So here are some two important facts about Python. Python is an interpreter language, and indentation in Python is extremely important. Python is an interpreter language. Execution is pretty straightforward. So firstly, let me tell you, you can directly interact with the terminal. So here I'm going to give you some direct code over here. There you go, the results are printed out. And basic math, you can do it without need of compiling the whole code or writing a special code and saving it. I haven't saved any code separately. So this is the meaning of interpreter language. So in Python, the execution goes by line, the compilation. And the second important point is Python is in Python indentation is very important. So here you see it's a sample code. So it's the main code part of the code, and here I have given some statements, a function, and following this another set of statements. So you see all these have to be in the same vertical column. Here it's a separate function. So inside this function, all the statements have to be in one particular column. Just in case, if I try to do something else, here I'm going to deviate, and you can see there's an error over here. You got to be very careful with indentation. You can write your code in standard text edit or gedit or in your Python IDE itself, and you need to save it in .py format. And after saving the file, you can either directly run from your IDE or from the terminal. Running from the terminal is important method, especially when you are running your code in your virtual machine. When you are connected to your virtual machine, you would be connecting from your terminal, so it's quite important to know that method too. So let's see how to do about that. In your IDE, write the Python script in the editor section. So here I'm going to write a simple code to print this particular statement. Once you have completed your code, save it in .py format. So in order to run this code, you can see this play button, just click the run. So you can see the output of this code. Now for running from terminal, just navigate to your folder and type Python and the file name. You can see the output of this code is printed here. So these are two methods to run your Python scripts. One of the best things about Python is it's built in Unix systems. So just write Python in the terminal. So since it's an interpreter language, you can directly interact with it. I'm going to say print hello. Oops, sorry, some basic calculations again. And there you go. So just in case you're bored with your ID, you can come to the terminal anytime. So you can also do import packages, basically everything that you do in your IDE. Now let's see how to import Python packages. I can import any Python package with import command and write the name of the package. Here I am importing NumPy package. So NumPy is the package name, NP is the nickname. So nickname is very useful when the package name is really long. So you can access the package functions by typing the nickname followed by the function you can type. Linspace is a function built inside the package NumPy. So also there are other ways of importing. Now I'm going to import NumPy package. So since I'm not using any alias name, I have to type the package name fully. So after this, I'm doing the same thing, importing the linspace function. Now I can import one particular function alone. So from the NumPy package, I'm going to import this particular function linspace. So you can see linspace is imported into your workspace. Now I'm going to import all the functions from the package NumPy. So from NumPy, I'm going to import star. Star denotes everything. So all the packages are in your workspace now. Woohoo. In order to declare a for loop, start with statement for. So here it's a variable. You don't have to declare it before in hand. And here I want I to start from 10 to go up to 19. It won't go to 20, one integer less than 20. So by default it will be in integer values only. So let's see the output. So I'm gonna output I over here. You can see it starts from 10 and goes up to 19. In case if I want to run a for loop with different iteration numbers, like for example, I want to iterate in terms of 0, 2, 4, 8, 6, 8. So what I'm going to do, any other thing, so I just need to declare t in that particular fashion. So here I'm going to take the advantage of the function arrange. The function arrange is in the NumPy package. So declare t so that it starts from 0 up to 8 with the difference of 2. So it's going to be this it's going to be array of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Now when I want to print, it's the similar way. For I in this particular array, just print I. So let's see the output. So you see it's 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So note the difference here when I give the command range for I in the range. It doesn't include the last integer or the last value in that particular thing. But in this particular, for I in this particular array or any other thing, so it includes the last number also. So here I can see what's t. So t is an array of 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. So 8 is also included. So please note this point. As I mentioned before, Python pays a lot of importance to indentation. So here you see all are in the same particular column. So inside the for loop, just give a space so that all the statements inside this will come under for. There's no end or anything. So once you go for the next statement, type your next statement here, which comes in the main code, not inside the for loop. In case you want to write inside another statement inside the for loop, just follow this indentation. So now we are going to see some important packages, functions in NumPy. So it includes very useful array operations and very useful math functions also. So these are four important functions in NumPy. So as we have seen arrange and linspace before, so these create array, and this zeros and ones create an array. I'm going to save this file, and this creates an array of zeros and ones with that particular shape. So I'm going to show you for zeros. So I've given 4 comma 5 array. So you can see it's a 4 comma array filled with zeros, and 0 ones I've declared here. I've put an identity matrix 3 by 3. NumPy also includes a lot of important math functions like all the trigonometry functions, square root, and power, and you can see almost 10 of other absolute and all the important math functions here. So it's a very useful thing for all the rounding arrays, and almost every math function is available over here. Let's now see how to define a function. So this is the syntax in Python. You start by writing def followed by the function name and the parameters or the arguments which you're going to pass when you're calling this function. And most importantly, you have to write a semicolon, and inside this write all the operations and the code which you want to write, and more importantly, follow the indentation, give some space. Let's see an example to define a function. So here I'm going to declare a function with name print my name. So print underscore name is the name of the function. My name is the argument which I'm going to pass when I'm calling this function. So here I'm writing a statement print my name is, and this is for the syntax for uh, outputting a string. So my name is the argument. So look into the syntax carefully. So I'm going to call this function print underscore my name. I'm going to pass my name as argument. So when I click run, so you see my name is Vikram. So this is a very simple example for defining functions. So you can declare complicated function also, but the syntax remains the same. Now I'm going to discuss how to plot in Python. So matplotlib is a great package in Python for plotting. So as I mentioned you before, you can see the package name is long, so the nickname is really useful over here. I'm going to import NumPy for declaring numbers. I'm going to plot a very simple graph, the sine graph. So firstly I'm going to declare x, so from 0 to 2 pi for about 100 points. So this would be my x, and y is sin x. So I'm gonna plot it. So here it's plot in IPython, so it plots inline. So in order, when I'm running through Python terminal, so I need to write an extra code plt.show to explicitly show the graph. So if the code is plt.show, so after you run, so you can see the graph over here. So this is how you plot in Python. And now I'm going to talk about IPython and data package called pandas. IPython is, as it stands for Interactive Python. Its interface is quite similar to Mathematica's interface. So you would be directly able to see the results and the plot which you just saw a few moments ago directly inline. So the best part of IPython is if you want to change some values of your function without even wanting to run the entire code, so you can. It's really a very helpful tool. So, and particularly for data science, it's very useful because you can directly visualize your data. So let's go on and see how we can do this about. So first things first, launch your IPython notebook. Basically now they have renamed it as Jupyter, and this is your IPython notebook accessing through web browsers. So click launch. This is your IPython interface. So click on and start a new notebook. This is your new notebook, and similar to your IDE, so you have to input all your codes over here. You can run your one particular cell by clicking this button, run the selected. So let's try. So I'm gonna print hello. So in order to run this particular code, so I just click this cell and the output is here. So it's quite simple. So let's move over to pandas, the important data science package. So here I'm going to demo how to read a CSV file. So this is my file, comma separated file. So each row is one data set. So there are around 150 data sets in this file. So it's basically Iris data, one of the most popular in machine learning. So I've downloaded in my desktop. So first things first, pandas is the package name. I'm importing it, and pd is the nickname. Read underscore csv is the function inside pandas. So this is the code to import the file. So I'm gonna run it. So you can see this data point. So you see the first row. It has taken the first data set as its column name. In order to avoid this, what we can do is at the time of importing itself, we can declare the function column names. So F1, F2, F3 are the features, and I'm going to give a flower name. So run it, and you can now see nice, beautiful column names are showing up, and there are 150 data sets. It starts from 0 to 149, and that's it. So here now I wish to select particular data set alone from rows 3 and 4. So this is how I access the data name, and from square brackets 3 to 5. Fifth row is not included. Suppose if I want to use a particular columns alone, so I need to use .ix and write the column names. So you can see only those two columns are displayed, and notice here the difference in syntax before the first one and the second one. So you need to include .ix, and here the fifth row is also included. So this is how you access data. So this concludes our lecture on Python. I hope it was quite useful for you. In case you had some difficulty or you would personally want me to take up some topic or aspect of Python and discuss it in detail, please let me know. I would arrange a separate lecture for it. And the next lecture is going to be about the basics of TensorFlow, how TensorFlow works, the basic computations, etc. It's again a very interesting lecture, and hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do subscribe for my channel, and take care. Bye. Thank you.